Hello everyone, my name is William Ripley. First and foremost, I would like to welcome you and thank you so much for being here today. Before we get started, I wanted to do a quick sound and audio check to make sure you can hear me. So if you could, please type in the question box and let me know, yes, I can hear you, but then also your name and what part of the country you're from. We have friends from all over the United States with us on the call today. So before we get started, I wanted to make sure that the audio is doing perfectly. It looks like we have John Burke from Toronto says, yes, I can hear you. Tom, it looks like from DC, says, yes, I can hear you. Linda Cork from Northern Virginia. It looks like we have Teresa coming to us from the international location of the Netherlands. That's the first. Also
That's awesome.
Yeah, Dwight Cotton from California. Kenneth Collins Sr. from Los Angeles. I got my good friend Kirk Moses from Alaska is on the line with us today. The comments are coming in fast and furious, guys, but it looks like you can hear me, which is the goal I wanted to accomplish. So before we go any further, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do some quick housekeeping notes so that you can get the best out of this webinar. You see, you registered for this webinar, but not only did you register for this webinar, you also blocked off your calendar and you made it here on time and a little bit early, which shows an extreme dedication to your success. So please, please do yourself a favor. Shut out of all distractions. If you're at the office, close the door, tell people not to bother you, close out of your email box, and take lots of notes. But above anything else, be sure to take action. The best laid plans are useless unless action is placed behind them. So before I tell you today about our special guest who's going to teach you everything you need to know about how to put systems in your business to create a Facebook listing frenzy, I also wanted to tell you that I hold your time in the highest esteem of respect. So what I have planned for you today is going to be a very content-rich, action-packed webinar, and I'm going to guarantee you up front that you're going to have a great time. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is William Ripley. I am the CEO of A&A Marketing Concepts. We develop some of the most cutting-edge and innovative marketing concepts used by small business professionals as well as real estate agents all throughout the United States. I'm also the co-creator of Real Estate Digital Marketer, which is a step-by-step blueprint on how to use Facebook and email marketing in your real estate business to generate leads and listings. I actually live in San Diego, California. That's a picture of my son, Dominic. I actually have 2 children. I am at the stages of 6 years old and 2 years old right now. You know, what Facebook and email marketing has done for me is something that has been unsurpassed by anything else, any other form of business that I've ever created, because it gives me the ability to focus on really what is important, which is primarily lead generation in business, and that also gives me the largest results, which has enabled me to live the lifestyle that I enjoy. I also wanted to introduce you in a second here to my very good friend, Josh Shunley. Josh is one of America's foremost authorities on how to generate leads for your real estate business, but not just how to generate leads, also how to convert those leads into commission checks, closings, so that you can actually get the lifeblood of what your business really needs, which is more income to create the lifestyle that you like. So I'm going to quickly show you what we're going to be covering today on today's webinar, and then I'm going to pass it over to Josh, and he's really going to show you what you can start using today, right now, when this webinar is over, to create a greater income for your business. So the very first thing that we're going to cover today is you're going to discover the #1 way to get hungry buyers and sellers contacting you today, when this webinar is over, all on autopilot using Facebook. We're also, this is probably my favorite, and I know that you're going to like this the most also. Josh is going to show you a make money now system and how you can use it to bring in business today. So if you're not happy with, you know, the level of listings that you have, or maybe you feel like you're working too hard, the buyer's got you working to death, or maybe the broker has you sitting at open houses on Sundays and you're not really enjoying it, Josh is going to give you a system today that you can use to turn all that stuff around so that you can start getting exactly what you're looking for from the time that you're putting into your business. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to show you exactly how to use Facebook Newsfeed Ads to get new listings from Millionaires. This works on mobile too. This is one of my favorite new strategies. Facebook has really pulled back the curtain over, I should actually say, Facebook has unlocked the vault over the course of the last 4 months with what you're able to do on their marketing platform. It's like Fort Knox vault. has been opened, and there's a guy handing out gold bars. That's basically Facebook, and that's what's going on today. So I'm going to show you how to use Facebook Newsfeed ads to market to millionaires. Also, we're going to share the only 3 systems you need to generate all the leads and listings you will ever want. I know it may seem hard to believe. Right now, you may have preconceived notions with what's possible with Facebook and that form of marketing, but I'm going to ask you to momentarily suspend your disbelief and come with me to a place where anything is possible, because what Josh has to share with you is going to completely place your business going in the right direction. The last thing that we're going to cover is how to build automated Facebook campaigns that automatically create new leads and listings. You're going to love this stuff. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to pass it over to my good friend Josh. I've known Josh for probably about 3.5 years now, and like I said earlier, he is considered to be the foremost authority in the United States, in my opinion, about all things internet lead generation related. Josh, I'm going to pass it over to you, and are you here with me?
I am, man. I appreciate the kind introduction, and we got some awesome stuff to cover today for sure. If you don't know me, that is a picture of my crazy family. I have 4 kids, 7, 5, 3, and 1, and that was the best picture we could get, at least at this particular photo shoot, because getting 4 kids those ages to do anything cooperatively is like impossible. I grew up in Reading, Pennsylvania. And that's about an hour outside of Philadelphia. I've been a KW agent, and since about 2007, 2008, I've been teaching and coaching and training real estate professionals, and between personally and through folks I've trained, have been responsible for hundreds of thousands of leads generated. I've also had the pleasure to speak on stage with this man right here, Gary Keller, at an event in Austin, Texas, which was awesome. There was, I don't know, 10 or 12,000 real estate agents at that event, which was pretty sweet. And this is another event I spoke at recently in front of a couple thousand people, and I've been blessed and honored to be able to help real estate pros stay ahead of the curve and generate hundreds of thousands of leads. You can see some folks who have followed a lot of the stuff that you're going to learn here today, actually. So Mark says he flipped on the switch for his seller ad campaign this morning, and he already has 3 leads. And Dutch, by the way, I just love that picture of Dutch. That is just like a badass picture of him. But I can directly attribute over $2 million in sales just this year directly to the lead generation techniques and tactics taught here. And Brendan has some great things to say as well, even sort of poking fun, which you can read on the screen. Now, I want you to make sure that you watch this to the end, because at the end of this, I'm going to give you 2 email scripts that you can use literally immediately. Now, you don't want to send them both immediately, but you could deploy one of them like immediately after this training, and then maybe deploy another one of them next week. And specifically, what they're going to help you do is revive, resuscitate, resurrect, whatever R word you choose, dead leads. So you're going to be able to take any dead leads that you have, and if any of them are even thinking about real estate, you'll be able to resuscitate them, bring them back to life, and get some activity for you right now. So literally, create something out of nothing. Cool scripts here. Now, I want you to maybe even close your eyes right now as I walk you through the next couple of slides, because I want to get you thinking. And what I want you to think about first is I want you to imagine this scenario for you and for your business. What if you never had to wonder where your next client or deal will come from? Think about that. What if you never had to worry about that? And what if you could build a predictable and scalable business, one where you not only get to help and serve lots of clients, but you're also a celebrity authority, meaning everybody knows and likes you? Think about that. Think about that. How would your business and life be different? Now, I know this sounds like a little bit of a stretch, but this is reality for thousands of other real estate agents just like you, who acquire the information we're going to share with you today, and then apply it and implement the systems that we're going to outline. So what's the difference, right? What's the difference between them, and how can you make these dream scenarios your own reality? What's the big difference? Well, we're going to tell you. We're going to share with you right here, and it comes down to something that's very, very simple, actually, and you don't have to look off your neighbor's quiz to even know the answer. It comes down to systems. Systems, right? Little money machines like this one on the screen right now. It's all about systems and setting up systems in your life so that you don't fail. Because there's this. I love this owl. Have you ever heard the wise old owl quote? And the quote is this, and you've probably heard it before. It's that systems don't fail, people do. Systems don't fail, people do. Okay. So when you set up systems, your failure rate goes down dramatically. Now, can you still screw it up? Yes, absolutely. But when you've got systems in place, you can minimize the stop gaps. You can minimize the holes that you have to plug. You can minimize the down times, right? The times where you are wondering where that next client or deal is going to come from, right? So let's talk about the the difference here between those who use these systems and those who don't. So let's first look at the struggling agent, right? The agent who is that one who's wondering where that next deal will come from. Well, look at it from two different perspectives. First off, in a down market, the struggling agent is saying, or at least thinking, there's too much inventory, I can't find buyers, nobody's qualifying, and then you end up saying, sellers and buyers are unreasonable, I'm not making the income that I want, or the income that I should be, or the income that I deserve. But then in an up market, this same struggling agent might be saying or thinking there's not enough inventory, there are too many buyers, too much cash, and then outwardly saying, sellers and buyers are unreasonable, and I'm not making the income that I want or desire. But you, the action agent, the agent who's going to take what they learned today and take action, you can position yourself like this. In a down market, you're saying, I've got too many seller leads, I've got too many buyer leads, I've got too many listings, and saying, let me scale my business to handle all these leads. And the same thing in an up market. I've got too many seller leads, too many buyer leads, too many listings. I need to figure out how to scale this and handle all the leads that are coming in. So here's what I want to show you. I want to show you how to go from that struggling agent wondering where the next deal is going to come from to this guy on the right, the guy who takes action, implements systems, and has those systems working for him or her even when they're not working, so that you can take control of your business, so that you can earn the income that you want or deserve. Excuse me. So specifically, as promised, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you 3 systems that you can use to generate all the leads and conversions, ideally clients, that you'll need in your business. Now, honestly and truly, even if you only implement one of these systems consistently, you'll quickly have all the business you need, but I'm going to give you all 3, okay? Because I want to leave no stone unturned here. I want to give you all 3 of them so that you can choose which ones you want to implement, which ones you want to apply, and when. So the first one we're going to talk about is your buyer leads and conversion system. And this is broken up into 6 pieces or so, okay? And the first piece or part of the system is you've got to have a lead magnet. You have to have something to offer the marketplace, a bribe to offer in your marketplace that they will willingly exchange their information for. Now, 2 problems I see with lead magnets, specific with real estate professionals. Number one, many of you don't have a lead magnet at all. That's problem number one. And problem number two is you're using the same or a similar lead magnet to, hundreds or even thousands of other people. Search all available homes online in your area, or here's this free generic report on 5 things you need to do before buying your first home. Okay, so we gotta create more specific and targeted lead magnets. I'll give you a couple of examples in a minute. So once you have your lead magnet, we've got to create a lead capture page. Okay, simple. It's simply a one-page website. You can see a couple examples that'll pop up on the screen here, offering your lead magnet. So, for example, here it says free weekly list of latest new construction properties in the 28269 area. Okay, and all your lead magnet is in this example is that list, which all of you, regardless of what kind of real estate website you've got or software you've got or whatever, all of you at a minimum, at least I'm assuming because you're here, have access to an MLS that you can compile this list, right? All you have to do is change some search functions, and the more specific you can the more specific you can create your list, your lead magnet, the better your opt-in rate is going to be. The more easily you're going to be able to capture more of those leads. So let's go to step 3. And in step 3, after the people opt in, you're going to take them to a thank you page. And ideally on this thank you page, you're going to have a short video introduction, simply introducing yourself to this new person who just opted in. And doing this allows you to build trust and rapport. So it can be a 30-second video, it can be a 1-minute video, it can be you just with your camera video phone, it could be your webcam. I've seen examples of this of our students that have done like 27-second videos right in front of their webcam and still be ultra effective. Now, what does this do specifically? It allows you to create this rapport in mass, right? It allows you to create rapport as if you're meeting with them, even though you're not, okay? So it's creating massive leverage. It also means that they're much more likely to open your initial email and your ongoing emails because they're like, oh, there's Mike. I know Mike. I saw him in a video, right? And very simple to make these pages. I also recommend on a page like this that you would include other ways to connect with you, so social media links, etc. In step 4, we're going to create a follow-up sequence, and we're going to automate it so that you have this system can work even when you're not, right? If you're taking the weekend off, if you're taking the week off, you've got an automated follow-up sequence that'll go out on your behalf and do the work for you. So, for example, for the just keeping this super simple. Let's say you offered a free list of new construction homes in that zip code. Your automated follow-up sequence is simply sending out an updated list every week of that new construction homes. Hey, here's your updated list. Oh, by the way, if there's any of these properties that you'd like to get more details or you'd like to take a tour of, you can call or text me at this number. Super simple, and there's some more advanced things that we'll show you, but we don't have time for that on this. Now, step number 5 with this is actually for buyers, I recommend a weekly broadcast. And I know it says monthly on the screen. Just write down, if you're taking notes, and you should be, write down weekly broadcast. So once a week, you're going to send a broadcast email to your ever-growing list of buyers. And specifically, what I recommend and what is most effective for getting the most activity is to send out a good deal. Okay? Go out and find a great deal. You have to have a reason why it's a good deal, and simply send it to your list. Okay? And the call to action can be the same. Hey, here's a great deal I found for you, or here's a real quick script. I was out touring properties, and I found this deal that I just had to share with you. And here's why I believe it's the best deal out of all new construction homes in the 28269 or whatever that zip code was. and give a reason or two. If you'd like more information or to schedule a private tour or showing, call or text me at this number. Super, super simple and crazy effective, right? Now, I got to keep it moving here because we got a lot of good stuff. Let's talk about seller lead conversion. Some of these pieces are going to be very similar, but some are a little different. So we need a lead magnet, right? We already got this idea of a lead magnet. Now we're going to create a lead capture page, but we're going to offer a different magnet for the sellers. For example, this is an example of a page that we've created in the past. Yes, I want to analyze my, or it just says yes, analyze my 33647 property value. So your offer would be, find out what your property is worth right now, or yes, I'd like to analyze my property, right? So just finding out what their home is worth right now. People are curious, right? If they're thinking about selling or just whatever, curious. Now, next, you want to send scripted sift and sort emails. Now, this part of the process, I recommend sending a manual email, meaning you're going to personally email each one, because what you want to do is you want to ask a question that gets you into interaction with the potential seller. So you're going to ask something that might be specific about their home, right? Hey, I got your request for your home valuation of your property at XYZ address. Just curious, do you have a finished basement there? That affects your approximate value. If you could, just let me know either way. You're just trying to get into a conversation with the potential seller, okay? And you're trying to sift and sort out the ones that are more serious. And with the automated follow-up sequence for seller leads, I recommend just putting them on a follow-up sequence, and any of you can do this. Again, as far as I know, any MLS can do this, and there are definitely some tools out there that can do this a little bit more, a little bit more fancy, let's say, but you can simply put them on an automated follow-up sequence to send them all the new listings in their neighborhood and all the new sold transactions. But in doing that, you want to have a great call to action in all of those follow-up sequences. So when an email goes out, you've got to have a reason for them to contact you. So it could just be very simply, P.S. Call or text me to find out more about my 131-point seller marketing system or seller marketing program. Okay. And if you don't have something like that, you need to create or find something like that, is what you need to do. But you have to have a reason for them to do business with you. What's different about you versus all the other agents in the marketplace? Find something and have that call to action in all of your follow-up sequences. All right, let's keep it moving along here. Now, for sellers, I recommend, real quick, one last thing about sellers, is that for the sellers, I recommend that you do a monthly broadcast, okay? I would not recommend the weekly like buyers, because we're gonna treat the sellers a little bit differently, because a lot of the sellers might just be curious, and their gestation period, let's say, might be a little bit longer. So we're gonna send monthly broadcasts, but here's what not to do. You don't want to send out the blah generic built-in newsletters that come with a lot of systems, okay? You want to send something that will truly help them, or you want to send social proof, okay? So I'll give you two ideas of what you can send. You can send, a testimonial from a recent client. Hey, and then subject line could be, hey, meet so-and-so. Hey, a couple of months ago or a month ago, you wanted to know the value of your home. If you're serious about thinking, or if you're serious about selling, then check out this what Emily had to say about our 131-point marketing seller marketing program, or whatever. Whatever program you have, and if you don't have one, you're gonna create one. The other thing you can do is actual helpful stuff, right? Like, here are 3 tips for raising the value of your home, or something like that. Actual helpful stuff personally from you, not some canned thing from some system, right? So let's raise our game a little bit. Let's rise above what most others are doing. All right, let's talk about the now business system. Okay, what's the one thing you can do right now to get hungry buyers and sellers contacting you, calling and texting you? All right, here's what you need. Number one, you need a feature-worthy property. You need a property that has some reason for you to feature it as a Best Buy or something like that. You can't simply, and it can't be faked. You've got to have a real reason. I'll give you 2 ideas of reasons. One, if it just had a recent price drop. Okay, if it just had a recent price drop, that's a legitimate reason. Okay. 2, maybe it just came to market, but you know, because you're a professional, that it won't last long because of the way that it's priced or the neighborhood that it's in or something like that. Okay, 2 simple reasons to feature it, but you can't just be just another listing. Okay. Number 2, this is said tongue-in-cheek. You need a cell phone, right? I can only assume that all of you have a cell phone. Okay. Number 3, you're going to create a strategic photo or photo album post on your fan page. Okay, and I think we have an example of one here, a very simple example, I believe. Okay, here's one: foreclosure deal of the week. Now, do not get focused on that this is a foreclosure, right? This can work. There are lots of reasons to feature it besides a foreclosure. This is just one that worked really well and got actually multiple transaction sides from this one little ad here. Okay, foreclosure deal of the week just reduced $158,000. Call or text this number for more pics or details. Okay, this from this little post, we got this property was under contract within like 48 hours, and my local agent that I was running this for got 1 or 2 other deals from people that called or texted him from this one little ad that you guys can use and apply in your business right now. And I think step 4 is just watch the calls and texts come in, I believe. Oh no, I'm sorry. Before that happens, we want to do one of 2 things. Okay, you want to, if you've already got a fan page with a fan base, you want to boost the post. Now, you can boost it for just a couple of bucks and get lots of activity, right? If you've got a big fan base, you might even spend as much as $10 to boost it. Or you can do a super targeted newsfeed ad, which William is going to walk you through and talk to you about and show you some things about. But either way, you've got to just simply posting it. It actually, let me preface this and say this. If you've got a large fan base already, simply posting it, you may get enough activity, make it worthwhile. Okay, but in most cases, to really sort of supercharge or turbocharge this, add gasoline to the fire, let's say, you're going to want to spend a few bucks, $5 or $10. And I'm telling you, $5 or $10 will go a long, long way with this process. All right, now step number 5 would be to let the calls and texts come in. Now, we've done this. We've had as many as just under 30 calls and texts from one of these little now business systems that we've used in the past, okay? And never done one where we didn't at least get 1 or 2. Now, I want to focus on a couple of mindset things before I turn it over to William to share with you some pretty ninja stuff. If you will focus on process, okay, meaning systems, results will come, new clients and commissions. But if you focus on new clients and commissions only, you don't have direct control over that, okay? You can only control taking the right actions. And by taking the right actions long enough over time, the results you can't stop them from coming. But what I see people and agents, the mistake I see them make is they focus only on the person ready, willing, and able to do a deal this second. And they lose sight of taking the right actions, of keeping their systems lubricated and moving forward. And they get lost in the, I have to get a deal today, right? Their desperation gets in the way of getting the maximum return on the systems that they know and can apply. All right? So I want you to just think differently about that. If you take the right actions, ultimately the ready, willing, and able buyers will come. So with that, I want to turn it back over to William, who's got some really ninja cool stuff that he's going to share with you as well.
Yes, and what Josh has really the foundation. What we're going to talk about now is how to generate leads on Facebook, how to create a buying frenzy with Facebook ads. But I've talked to thousands and thousands of real estate agents over the course of the last few years, and one thing that I find is that they can generate leads, but they're not necessarily good at managing them. What Josh just showed you is really the foundation, and what I'm about to show you is how to create a listing frenzy on Facebook. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover the 3-step Facebook lead generation process. This is working right now today on Facebook, and I can guarantee you this is probably something that you've never seen before. The first thing that we're going to cover is Newsfeed ads. These are brand new. They were released on Facebook probably about 6, 7, 8 months ago, and it now allows anyone to market to whomever they like directly in the newsfeed. The reason why this is important is because when someone is looking at the newsfeed, you have their undivided attention, and they're very willing and receptive to look at whatever the offer it is that you have. The next type of ads that we're going to talk about are sidebar ads. Whenever you're on Facebook, you see them on the side. What are they? How to use them? And how do you get the best benefit from using them? And then the last, this is probably something that is the most revolutionary out of all of the new features, are mobile ads. We can target people directly now on their mobile phones. I'm going to show you some quick strategies that have been working tremendously well. What I have right here, I wanted to give you an example so you know it when you see it. This is a newsfeed ad. This is an example of what you would see when you're looking at Facebook in the newsfeed. So if you notice on the top left-hand corner here, you see the Sponsored tab. That's how you know when you're looking at your newsfeed whether it's a paid advertisement or not. So in this box where you see the red square, you can put whatever image you like here. This one is an ad we were running for one of our agents in Lake Charles. This one right here, this is another example of a newsfeed ad. This one, it asks, are you selling your home or condo? Get a free market analysis report right now. The prospect enters their sometimes telephone number, name and telephone number, whatever you like, and that information gets beamed directly back to you so that you can start the engagement process, whether they're interested in listing their home or maybe they're looking for properties to buy. Now, this right here is a little bit of I'm looking for the right word to say. This is something that is completely unique. This is something that when you learn how to implement in your business, if you have a small marketing budget, can turn your small marketing budget into a comparison of large multinational companies. Before, this was the playground of Madison Avenue advertising executives. You can do this today right now on your computer. This is what's called a retargeting ad. And what this means is that when somebody visits your website, or you could even work it so that when somebody opens an email from you, your ads follow them around the internet. And I'm sure you've noticed it. Man, I keep seeing these ads. I was looking at a website, now their ads are following me everywhere. You can do this, and the only thing it costs you is when that ad is served to that one person. So it's like, oh, it costs 2 pennies for every 1,000 times we show this one person the ad. For your prospects, with the use of retargeting, which is essentially, like I was showing you, just the newsfeed ad, but it allows you to follow one person or however big the audience. In this case, you can see the audience was 7,500 people. We're going to follow 7,500 people around all over Facebook, on the sidebar, in the newsfeed, mobile, and you just have to pay to market to those 7,500 people, and the cost for that is close to nothing. It is extremely inexpensive. Retargeting ads in the newsfeed is one of the most profitable forms of marketing that you can do today. The return on investment is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 to 1. It's incredible. So I wanted to show you right now, these are the sidebar ads, and I want to raise your awareness level so that you know exactly what these are when you're inside of Facebook and you see them. This is an ad that we just ran for one of my good friends, Adrian Taylor, and this ad will appear on the right-hand column of Facebook. So as you see, she put her picture here, and her call to action was double-digit increase. Don't miss summer prices. Call, her telephone number, and she is going to be looking for people that are interested in selling their home in the summer market. Here's another example of a side ad that we just recently ran. This one looks like it was for a high-end luxury market, I believe in Miami, Florida. Again, the same concept. You can run the ads to whomever you like. You can run it to CEOs in the area. If you are in a higher price market, you can run it to a lot of different demographic categories, like I'm going to show you here in a second, because with luxury markets, you may want to target one segment of people. In a rural market where you're in a town with maybe only 10,000 people, you definitely want to target a different group. Here's an interesting concept that we used. We're looking, I believe, in this one for people to purchase investment properties. We said, making over $100,000 a year, let me find an investment property for you today. Give me a call. And what's interesting is that we put the telephone numbers on here, and we get a lot of telephone numbers from the ads too. You would think that maybe you would just get clicks to website, but that's not actually the case. We also have been getting quite a few telephone calls as well. So this stuff works, period. And this is what I wanted to point out to you. What you're looking at right here is referred to as the reach. And what reach means is how many times did people see the ad. And like these examples here that I gave you earlier, this ad was shown to 9,475 people. So imagine what that would be like. You have a property that needs to be sold quickly. You have an unreasonable seller. Believe it or not, there are unreasonable sellers, right? You have an unreasonable seller. You need to get the property gone quickly to be able to come in here, turn your ad on, press a button, and immediately get it in front of 9,475 hyper-targeted people. These are people that you're targeting based on the characteristics that you need to instantly. And that's average. If you wanted to reach more people, you could, but it is the fastest way to reach the largest amount of people on the internet today. Now, I wanted to give you an example so that you can kind of understand the power of Facebook. This right here, this is a Jimmy Choo shoe. The price on this shoe is $995. All the women on the call right now would agree that Jimmy Choo is probably worth every penny of the $995. I can confirm that because my wife told me so. So here's what I want to do, is I want to show you what is the difference between this shoe and this shoe. This is also a very nice shoe, but it's sold by Payless and it's $76. If you would look at the two shoes, they almost look identical. And what the point is that I'm making is that the difference between the Jimmy Choo shoe and the Payless shoe is marketing. It's positioning in the marketplace. Jimmy Choo has positioned its brand in the marketplace through its marketing to be a premium product, a product desired by women. If I say Jimmy Choo, women already know that's a nice shoe. I say Payless, I don't even have to talk about the price. They just know that's associated with cheap shoes. But really, if you look at the two products, they're exactly the same. Everybody comes to the office every day to work. They all come at 9 o'clock in the morning. Some of them leave at 5. Majority of the people. They all work. But the income levels are different. And why is that? It goes back to marketing. How are we marketing ourselves? So we're going to talk about mobile ads right now. And the reason why mobile ads is so important is because what Facebook just released the ability to schedule your ads. Before they used to run 24/7. So with mobile ads, if you are having an open house, or maybe you have one of your agents going to an open house, and you say, well, my open house is only going to be running from noon to 4 p.m., you can now schedule your ads to run in those zip codes noon to 4 p.m. This is an example of what a mobile ad looks like. This is what it would look like on someone's cell phone. It goes in the news feed of the handheld device. Also, it can go across, pop up on mobile. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to give you a quick mobile listing strategy. This is something that's free that you could use today, and if you're having an open house, or maybe if you're looking for sellers in a specific geographic location, maybe you have a real hot farm area, you can use this one. If you've ever used Postlets, Postlets is a real estate flyer software. It's free. You go upload your pictures, and they create a real nice real estate flyer for you. But what they also do is they make your flyer mobile optimized. And then what you can do here, as we see, the ad is fit already for mobile. So if you have, an open house in your farm area, you run the mobile ad in that zip code between the hours of 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. To your target demographic, which I'm going to show you here how to market to millionaires, and you'll see that you'll be able to get that ad, like with the reach that we saw earlier, 10,000 people, on everyone in that area's cell phone, and the cost is relatively inexpensive. So mobile ads are here to stay. This is one of our good friends, Dante. He's a Keller Williams agent. He said, I never expected to generate stellar leads on Facebook. In less than 30 days, I got 2 listings out of it. One is over 400,000, and the other is 870,000. He's out there. He's doing it with Facebook. So what I'm going to show you right now is how do you create a buying frenzy with Facebook ads. This is what it comes down to. How do you get listings for millionaires? And I use millionaires as an example because I know that everyone's market is completely different, and someone's, financial holding status does not really determine whether or not they're going to purchase a property. But I thought it's interesting because with millionaires, you have the ability to market to whomever you like. Some people, I'm going to market to renters. I'm going to find people that want to rent houses. And other people, I'm going to market to dentists. And I've always been fascinated with the ability to say, hey, this person has $1 million in assets. How about we do business with him? I think I'd like to do business with him. He's going to buy more. The ticket price is usually going to be higher. So here it is on Facebook. How do you get listings for millionaires? This is what it comes down to. So this is for the analytical number crunchers. I'm going to throw some numbers at you for everybody else. You can phase out for a second. You have the ability inside of the Facebook platform to market by income. So in this example, I'm going to choose anybody that has an income over $125,000. I believe that's top 3% in the United States. So, and that comes for buyers or sellers, And the next thing that we're looking for is the family type as far as the dwelling is concerned. Do we want to find people that have single-family homes, or do we want to find people that have duplexes, maybe apartment buildings? And then also we're going to determine whether or not they're homeowners or they're renters, because the last thing that we want to do is market to people that don't own homes if we're looking for listings. Facebook gives us the ability now to market to homeowners. So the most important part, for me anyways, because I'm marketing to a millionaire, is what is this person's net worth? Here we go. How about we go for people that have a net worth over $2 million? And on Facebook, there's approximately 4 million of them in the United States. We can scale that down. We can add more categories like zip codes, sub-zip codes, and stuff like that. But it's basically the target. So when we target specific occupations, you can see I just pulled up a few of them to get your creative juices flowing on what the possibilities are. You want to market to CEOs, surgeons, attorneys, scientists, teachers, stockbrokers, journalists. Like you live in New York City, you want to market to millionaire stockbrokers, go for it. Anything that is congruent in your marketplace, you now have the ability to market to those specific things. And remember, it's 10 times easier to target higher-end homes in your market and make more. Are you starting to see the power of marketing on the right media, which is Facebook? So I want to give you another example. And this one is for all my guys here on the call. This is a Rolls-Royce. Very nice car. I see them driving around my area all the time. Price, $310,000. Versus the BMW 7 Series. Very nice car also. $74,000. But I thought it was very interesting when I came to find out that the BMW and the Rolls-Royce actually have the same chassis. The car on the inside is exactly the same. Outside of a few, characteristics, it's actually the same car. And when I found this out, I was stunned and puzzled to try to figure out, well, why is it that one car costs over $200,000 more than the other if they are essentially the same car? And the answer to that, once again, is marketing. The way that Rolls-Royce positions its product in the marketplace, the way that BMW positions its product in the marketplace, the amount of marketing that they do is completely different. So the key to going from where you are now to where you want to go in your marketplace is to saturate your marketplace with marketing. Because what happens when somebody you are potentially going to do business with sees your face a lot, you have top of mind prominence, and you become more valuable in the marketplace because they see that you market. Somebody that markets themselves, when you do business with somebody, they are going to assume that you will do the same type of marketing for them. And one of the things that I think is interesting is I meet some agents that are like, I don't do any marketing at all. All my business is all word of mouth. That's great, but if you did Facebook marketing on top of that, you would double your income. So here's how it all happens to tie in with what Josh was talking about. We go on Facebook. We run one of our chosen ads, whether it's a newsfeed ad, and you can write this down. You have newsfeed ads, sidebar ads, and mobile ads. We can choose whatever ad we want to run. We add a request for an email address, someone's name, an email address, or maybe we just request a telephone number, depending on whether we're going to use the buyer conversion strategy, the listing conversion strategy, or the make money now. And then we call the people up and we talk to them on the telephone. And sellers will come find you, or they can call you, like the example I showed you with the ads that has people's telephone numbers on it. So here's another one. We've worked with Alex in the past. I was blown away at all the valuable information you guys are teaching. So how do you get our help? You guys have been with us on this webinar for a while, and Josh has given you some great tools on how to implement, the Facebook lead generation that you're doing right now and also going to be doing. He's given you a solid foundation. I've showed you what you need to do to market yourself on Facebook for the least amount of money possible. And I know that sometimes when we go over this stuff, it arises more questions than it gives answers. So how do you get our help? I wanted to introduce you to the FB Real Estate Academy. We just launched this program. It is currently in beta. We've never actually opened it up before to allow anyone to come and work with us unless they had a relatively large marketing budget. But we need beta testers right now. We want beta testers. But the only caveat is that we only want to work with action takers. And the reason for that is because this is something that's different. Usually when you get information, someone gives you a manual. Right? Here's the manual, good luck. And then the next variation of that is that, we'll do it with you. And then the best probably is we'll do it for you. Josh showed you the systems, I showed you the ads. Do you want to sit and do this all yourself, or do you want someone to do it for you? What we're doing in this beta program is that we are going to do it with you and for you. We're going to initiate a no student left behind policy so that if you are lucky enough to become one of the beta testers today, we will guarantee that you will be able to set up ads. We will guarantee that you will be able to get your listing system in place. And the way that we're going to do that is that we are going to do it with you. So I want to show you exactly how that is going to work right now. The FB Real Estate Academy, beta testers, we're looking for success stories, and we're setting you up for success, the fastest way to get your investment back. So basically what is going to happen is that the reason Josh, shared with us today the Make Money Now system is because he knows he has a step-by-step proven process that's been showed in the the numerous testimonials that we showed you today, exactly how to get your money back, not just from your investment in the FB Real Estate Academy, but also your investment in the cost of your ads. So I'm just going to go over this real quick if I can. Here is a testimonial. Says, I just started using the site, set up a squeeze page and Facebook ad in about 15 minutes, had 8 leads on the 26th alone. Donna said, I'm so overwhelmed with the responses I've received in the last 24 hours to my Facebook ads using the seller lead system that I had to pause the campaign. Mike Kemper said, okay, so I've never been a huge Facebook advertising guy. I've made lots of commission on Craigslist, but lately can't seem to generate anything. With that said, I uploaded pictures and my results were outstanding. So here we are. We're going to go to the Facebook in the Facebook Real Estate Academy. The very first stage is the fast start. That's going to happen this coming week, where we're going to get a fan page set up for you, and we're going to get you completely optimized. After that, in Module 1, We're going to cover the Make Money Now system, which is creating and implementing your own lead funnel. In Module 2, we're going to cover setting up your automated seller lead and conversion system, what really works to get motivated seller leads off of Facebook. In Module 3, we're going to set up your automated buyer lead conversion system, give you a step-by-step blueprint on how to get commission checks today. In Module number 4, we're going to have ongoing maintenance and optimization, which is essentially going to be your personal marketing plan. We're going to get you an ongoing marketing plan set up, because remember, we're doing this with you. In Module number 5, that's what I was saying, we're going to build your personal marketing plan so that when your ads are running, you know how to do them consistently month after month to get the same results that you see our friends have been getting. I also wanted to let you know that if you are lucky enough to become one of the beta testers with me and Josh, we do also offer an unconditional money-back guarantee, no questions asked, because the only thing that we care about are your results. You know, we are in this together, and when you make a commitment to us, we will make a commitment to you. Like I was saying, no student left behind. And in reality, if you contacted us after the 30 days was up and you said, you know, it just wasn't the right fit for me, I want my money back, we would give it to you. The only thing that we care about is to see that you get exactly what you came looking for. So I know that was a lot of stuff, but I want to let you know that that was not it. There was a little bit more. If you're lucky enough to become one of the beta testers, you're also, and this is something that has never been shared before, it's the referral commission black box system. It's a system that I personally created that generated over $50,000 in real estate commissions without ever selling a house. It's something that I've never shared just because it's so profitable, but because this beta test is going to be relatively small. As a bonus, you will also get the referral commission black box system. So with that said, how much is it going to cost in order to join our beta test and allow yourself, myself, and Josh to meet together and allow us to set your real estate campaigns up with you? It's not going to cost $1,297. I like you too much for that. And it's not going to cost $648 either. We're too good of friends. We've been together for too long. This has been going on a long time. And it's not even going to cost $324. I could easily charge $5,000 for this, probably more than that. But that's not the reason that we're doing this. The reason that I'm doing this is because this is about you. We care about you, and we care about you getting the results that you know you deserve in your business. What we're going to do, only for the beta testers, and the beta testing is only allowed during this webinar. When this webinar is over, we are not going to allow anybody else inside of this program. This is just designed for the action takers, people who are serious about taking your real estate business to the next level. We're going to allow you to work with us for 2 smart payments of only $97. That's right, 2 smart payments of only $97, but you have to go to takeactionfb.com. And what I want to do is I want to open it up for questions. We have a ton of people on the line right now, so I know there are a ton of questions. And Josh and myself personally will stay here as long as it takes to make sure that we answer every single one of your questions. So I want to kind of walk you through the process and let you know how this is going to work. You're going to go to takeactionfb.com. You're going to go to the order form. It's going to ask you to enter your contact information. You put your information in there. You're going to be redirected to a webinar registration page. Register for that webinar, and what's going to happen when this webinar is over, you are going to receive a video from myself and Josh. You'll probably get it tomorrow morning with what the first step for you to take is before our meeting. We're going to meet for 3 weeks on 3 occasions, so every week you're going to get a video with us to see exactly what you need to set up. And then we're going to get it set up, get your campaigns up and running. But you have to go to Take Action FB before the time is out. So here's what some of the other agents are saying. Josh, are you on the line with me? Let's open it up for questions.
Yeah, so a couple of quick things. I know there's going to be questions about if you can't be there live for any live sessions. All the live sessions that we're going to be doing will be recorded, and you'll have lifetime access to them. And I just want to reiterate and echo what William said. Look, we want people who A, are action takers, and B, who want some help in the process, right? because it does us no good if a bunch of you sign up right now, but then don't actually implement what we show you, because again, we don't make this stuff for our own self, for our own good. We do it to help you, but the only benefit we get is if you get a benefit, right? So we want you to succeed with this, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that happens. And if for any reason you're not happy or it's not working for you, like William said, we'll give you your money back. And we can't take back what you learned either, right? Like we can't reach in your head and take out the information that you garnered from the time that you will have spent with us. So good stuff there. I did promise them 2 scripts.
Yeah, I wanted to. I see a few questions that came in real quick. I just wanted to answer some of these questions, Josh.
Sure.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I got a really good question coming from Patricia Brown. But guys, go to takeactionfb.com right now before it's too late. We probably have about 15 minutes left in this webinar presentation before it is over, and our beta test will be closed. If you guys have any questions at all, please type them in the question box, and myself and Josh will get those questions answered for you. Like I was saying earlier, myself personally, I have a 6-year-old son at home as well as a 2-year-old son. So to say that time around my house is extremely limited would be a very bold understatement. But the way that this material is laid out with the done with you system, it's very clear and concise. It's easy to consume. And the way that we design the curriculum is, either I can teach you how to build a Ferrari or I can give you the keys and show you how to drive one. We just want you guys driving off in Ferraris. It's not the technical how-to click. It's just do this and then do this, and you're going to get the result. So guys, go to takeactionfb.com to align yourself with Josh and myself to get your Facebook marketing completely under control so that you can start getting the results that you're looking for. But Patricia Brown's got a good one. She says, how do you create a sidebar Facebook ad? That's a really good one. What you're going to do when you log into your Facebook account, if you look on the top right-hand corner of the screen, there's a drop-down, and you can go to the Ads Manager, and that's where you're going to find the section so that you can actually create any ad for that matter. The next question that I have here is coming from Andrew Hudson. He says, how much does an ad like that cost? The ad creative itself, it's free to create. You just upload a picture, and then when you're running it to your audience, you can either pay for every 1,000 times someone sees the ad or every time someone clicks a link on the ad. Right now what we're doing is we're paying by the 1,000, and usually a safe estimation would be maybe $2 or $3 per 1,000. So you could show the ad 1,000 times to, let me give you an example. You have your past clients. Say you have 50 past clients and you only want to market to those people. You can show your ad to your 50 past clients 1,000 times and it'll cost you $2. So go to takeactionfb.com and we can show you all of what you need to know in order to generate leads and listings on Facebook. The next question that I have here is coming from Kim Glasgow, but I want to congratulate a few people first. I want to congratulate Christine Richardson. Congratulations on taking action. I also want to congratulate Vicky Gelser. Congrats on taking action. I also want to congratulate, it looks like, Sharon Bin. Congrats on taking action. The next question that I have here is coming from Aaron.
Hey, I got a good one, William. Joseph asks, is the targeted marketing available in Canada? Joseph, this works like crazy in Canada, like crazy. The only difference is in Canada you can only target by city. In the U.S. we can actually target down to the zip code. In Canada, the smallest geographic is by city, but I can tell you without question, this works like crazy in Canada, like crazy. The cost per lead, the cost per click, the effectiveness is through the roof.
And I wanted to also let everyone know, guys, go to takeactionfb.com. Congratulations, Anna Lozito. Guys, we probably have about 10 minutes left before this webinar is over, and the beta test will be closed, and you will lose your opportunity to work with myself and Josh to get all of your Facebook marketing campaigns created. Go to takeactionfb.com. But I got a really good question coming from Aaron Murrell. Aaron is asking, he says, wait a minute, how does Facebook know the income of its users? Aaron, Facebook sold you out, believe it or not. It's really interesting how Facebook generates a lot of their targeted data, but it's just safe to say that Facebook knows everything about you. And they're willing to sell that to advertisers, and that's a benefit to us because now we can get into a deeper understanding of who our target market really is. And an easy way that you can figure out who your target market is over the course of the last 12 months, think about all the people that you listed properties for, and think about their characteristics. Were they retired people? Were they, first-time home buyers? And try to develop, that core persona of who it is that you're marketing to. Take that information to Facebook, and you're going to see leaps and bounds. You're going to get more listings. Period. Point blank. I kind of wanted to inject something, if I could. It was not my intention today to come here and bring Josh here and introduce him to you so that we could share a bunch of information, and tomorrow you could go back to doing the same things you were doing the day before. From a very genuine place, it is my heart and soul's desire to see that you get exactly what you came looking for, not just from your investment in time in this webinar, but also in the Facebook Real Estate Academy. So when you go to takeactionfb.com and you scroll to the bottom of the page and you place your order, it's not like, here you go, you're on your own. Really, that is just the beginning of the relationship. I have known Josh for over 4 years, and Josh is one of those rare individuals that whenever I call him, he always returns my telephone calls. Whenever I send him an email, he always replies back to me. And unfortunately, in this business, that's very few and far between, but that really just comments to the quality of his character. Josh is a genuinely good person, and he cares about the relationships that he builds with people, and I can attest to that based upon the way that he has treated me over the course of the last 4 years that I've known him. So guys, if you have any interest at all in taking your real estate business to the next level, like I know you do, or else you would not be here right now, go to takeactionfb.com. Align yourself with Josh and me personally, to put yourself in a position to start getting all of the leads and listings that you can handle. The next question that I have here is coming from Anna Lozito. She says, sign me up. Congrats on taking action, Anna. I also want to congratulate a few people if I could. I want to congratulate Bob Taylor. Congrats on taking action. Also, Tom Murray. Congrats on taking action. Daniel Morris. Congrats on taking action. I'm going to throw this one at you, Josh. Josh, Debbie is asking, what marketing budget do I need to implement this program? Good question, Debbie.
That is a great question. This will vary a little bit on the size of your market and so forth. But if you follow everything that we outline in FB Real Estate Academy, you're going to get the largest, the most effectiveness out of every dollar you spend. That being said, I know you're asking for a specific amount. I can't necessarily answer that for you. Here's what I can tell you. One of our examples on here, Mike, he got a $5,000 or just under a $5,000 commission from $25 ad spend. Okay. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I guaranteeing that you will get the same. But I've also seen cases, for example, the ad that I showed you in the when we talked about the Now Buyer system, that ad we spent, I think, somewhere between $20 and $30 to promote that ad, and we got multiple transactions from that ad, including selling that property, which was it was somewhere between $500,000 and $600,000. So the commission on it was not too shabby. Okay, so even if you only have, you can get good results even if you only have $50 to budget. We'll show you how to use that $10 a week or $12 a week for maximum efficacy. So you don't you do not have to have a massive budget. And in fact, we're going to show you how to make it seem like you do have a massive budget, even though you don't, by optimizing everything and by being very, very strategic with everything we do. So this is not about just going out there and spending hundreds of dollars. It's quite the opposite. We're going to show you how to get extremely big results from very little ad spend. And for those of you who want to go crazy, who've got big teams, we'll show you how to scale big as well, but do so in a way that you're still maximizing the effectiveness and getting you the most results for the littlest amount possible.
I like that. I want to congratulate a few people. Guys, if you have any questions at all, please type them in the question box. I want to congratulate Susan Parker on taking action. Congratulations, Susan Parker. Also, my good friend Jim Doyle. Congrats on taking action, stepping up to the plate, knocking the ball out of the park in your career and your life. Guys, this webinar right now, this webinar is about you. This webinar is about helping you achieve the goals that you set for yourself. There is no other motive behind this webinar other than helping you do those things. And I wanted to let you know, beyond anything else, if you walk away with nothing from this webinar, walk away with this. I believe in you, and I believe in what's possible for your career, and I believe in what's possible for your life, and I know you can do it because I've seen other people do it. Josh is the real deal. He generates thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of real estate leads. He helps coach, train real estate professionals all throughout the United States, and like the testimonials that we showed you earlier, the testimonials are real. These testimonials are for real. A lot of people, and in the interest of time today, we've only showed you a few testimonials. What we have not shown you are the hundreds of other testimonials for people that were sitting in the same place that you were sitting right now, decided to take action, and got the results that you're looking for. I got a lot of good questions, guys. The next question that I have here is
let me just say amen while you're doing that.
Thank you. Mike, I apologize if I'm butchering his last name.
Mike,
yeah, Mike.
Good.
That's always a good one. Mike, he says, how much will I be spending on FB ads on top of the $97? It depends on your strategy, and that's what we're going to go over. It's funny because these advertising platforms, they love sloppy people. You know, they love companies with big budgets, because a company with big budgets can throw just money at problems. Oh, let's start an account, let's put a whole bunch of money in it, and Facebook will just take the money because they're like, these people have no idea what they're doing. Like the strategy that I showed you earlier with the retargeting, and let's micro it down to the smallest amount possible, because I like to get the largest results from spending the least amount of money possible. Let's go to your 50 past clients. Even if you don't have 50 past clients, let's think about your 50 people in your sphere of influence that you know. Let's just market to those people, because those leads or those people are going to have the highest return. In a traditional business, who is the cheapest person to market to? It's someone that's done business with you in the past, right? We can start there. So as far as the cost of advertising on Facebook, that really depends on how many leads you need to generate in order to hit your target monthly income and also to hit your target listing inventory. That's a very broad question, but just know that it is going to be the least amount of money possible. So that could be, and also all of the ad campaigns that I'm running right now are set at $10 a day budgets, and we're thinking about reducing that down to $5 a day. So that may help you answer your question. You can spend as little as $5 a day and still get very, very good results.
And a couple of things there to add there. One, William talked about briefly, Facebook added the ad scheduling function. The only way you could do that before was by paying $100 or $200 a month for a software to do that. And now you can do that right inside of the ads platform, inside the Power Editor, which we're going to show you how to use effectively in FB Real Estate Academy. It brings up a second point. You can, for whoever was asking that question, you can turn on and off your ads anytime you want. If you are flooded with business and you've got to catch up, you turn it off, right? If you're a little slow, you turn it back on, right? This is like literally opening and closing a faucet. Once you have the systems set up and things optimized, which we're going to show you exactly how to do, it's literally like that. Another question came in from Jan Novak about, will this be updated as things are changing? Because Facebook does change regularly. Absolutely. If Facebook changes something, I will be happy to show you what they've changed and show you how that affects what you do. But here's what I will tell you. In the broad sense of things, nothing has broadly changed since they first started making ads available, other than it's gotten way more effective. So there's very little that I see that they could do that would make this harder or less effective for you. It might just be that where something used to be on the right, it's now on the left, or something, so don't worry, as things change and evolve, so will, we'll change and evolve with it, and you won't be left behind.
I like it. The next question that I have here is coming from Joseph Benton. Guys, go to takeactionfb.com if you're lucky enough to get into the beta test program. I want to congratulate a few people. I want to congratulate Ross Hudson. Congrats on taking action. Also, Ida, congratulations on taking action. Guys, this webinar is winding down. We still have a ton of questions, so if you have any questions at all, please type them in.
William, I want to grab a question, and then I do want to make good on the promise I made on the beginning. Although I am going to also email you this, because I want to give the scripts quickly, because we have tons of questions, and I want to focus on that. But Phil asks, does this program effectively complement or possibly replace Google pay-per-click? We weren't going to go there in this. Be thinking it. You are going to get, if you're using Google pay-per-click, you are going to be floored at how much more results you get from using this. The cost per click, if just in a real simple term, is going to be dramatically, like exponentially cheaper. And you can get the same effectiveness if you follow our system. So Phil, once you get enrolled, we're going to save you. If you're spending a lot of money on Google pay-per-click, we're going to save you a ton of money. Save you a ton of money. Real quick, the two scripts, and then I want to get right back to Q&A. These are so short, we don't even have them on slides, and I promise we'll also email these two scripts to you. Okay, these are scripts. These are email scripts that you would send to old leads. Almost all of you on here have old leads, whether they registered for a search or something. You've got some kind of old leads, okay? So the first one, subject line, hey. That's it. Subject line, hey. Just curious, are you still interested in whatever they requested, right? If they were interested in selling their home, right? Let's say they opted in to find out what their home was worth because they're thinking about selling it. Are you still interested in selling your home in zip code or city, whatever it is? Please hit reply and let me know either way. Thanks, signature. It is that simple. You will, if you add to it, I'm telling you, you'll screw it up. But if you send that as it is, 2-sentence email, you will get massive response from any leads that you have. But it's got to also be congruent. Are you, just curious, are you still interested in buying a new construction home in this zip code, right? And all we're trying to do is revive dead leads, okay? That's script number one. Hey, just curious, are you still interested in whatever they requested? Please hit reply and let me know either way. Thanks, in your name. And the second one is along the same lines, but slightly different. The subject line is taking you off the list, question mark. Taking you off the list, question mark. Hi, just checking in. I realize I've been sending you emails for a while and we've never really talked. And I don't want to seem as one of those spammers who are sending you stuff you're not really interested in. So would you like me to take you off our email list? Or are you okay with getting our updates until you decide you need our services? Okay, so you're asking questions. You're asking questions, and when you do that, you're going to get massive interaction. Now, I realize I said that fast, and this one was a little bit longer. The second one was a little bit longer, but again, I promise we will email them to you. It'll just be easier if I email them to you. I didn't really think it through when we were putting this together. I just wanted to have something cool for everybody who took the time to spend an hour plus with us to give you guys something cool. So we'll email that out back out to you. But let's get back to specific questions because you all have some good ones.
Yes, we do, and thank you, Josh, for sharing that. We will get those emailed out to you, and those scripts do work. I'm a firm believer in email marketing. Everybody that's here today, all of my friends, they're here with me because of what I do with email marketing. Guys, go to takeactionfb.com to take action before it's too late. The webinar is winding down, and you will be only able to get this you will only be able to get Josh and myself personally together with you through the use of this beta test. Like I was saying earlier, we've never done this before. The only time that we're able to work with real estate agents is if they have a relatively large budget. The campaigns that we work on, they're very large. But what's happened over the course of the last 9 months with Facebook marketing has really opened up a portal, if you will, to allow you to market very inexpensively on Facebook and get tremendous results. The next question that I have here is coming from Kathleen. She says, it's a little unclear. How do we meet with you? Is it pre-recorded instructions only? How do you actually work with us one-on-one? This is exactly how it's going to happen. When you go to takeactionfb.com, you scroll to the bottom of the page, you make your 2 payments for $97, and you are going to be redirected to a webinar registration page. That is for our first meeting day. You're going to get your first video instruction. And what this is hands-on tactical stuff. So we're going to give you a set of very simple instructions. You complete those instructions. We're going to implement what you've learned. Like I said, we offer an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. But then on top of that, I also have my no student left behind policy. The one thing that I want to make sure is that you get results. And there are really 3 different ways that we can look at this. There's the, here's the manual, do it yourself, which, I've found is very ineffective. And that's why we're creating this beta program. The next hierarchy of that is we will do it with you, meaning we'll sit by your side and we'll hold your hand, pat you on the back if things get tough. We'll do it with you. And then there's we'll do it for you, which is obviously what everybody wants. From time constraints, we cannot do it for you completely, but we can do it with you. We'll sit by you side by side. If there's a hiccup, we'll make sure you get it done. This is going to go on for 3 weeks. And at the end of 3 weeks, what we are guaranteeing, this is a guarantee, you can write it down and hold me to it, we are guaranteeing that you will have all of your Facebook campaigns set up that you need to have set up. We are also guaranteeing that when you do the work, you will also have all of your systems in place. That much is for sure. So Kathleen, go to takeactionfb.com. The webinar is running.
Question, the 2 payments, one today and second one?
In 30 days.
Yeah, okay. So a couple of you asked that in the question. So your first payment will today, and the second payment will be within 30 days, but that obviously is based upon the guarantee as well. If you're not happy, you'll not only get the first payment back, but we won't charge you the second, which isn't going to happen because those of you who are taking action and enrolling today are also the same people who will take action and implement what we're going to be walking you through and doing with you, and you're going to get results. And when you get results, you're going to love us, and that will be fun. So Craig says, do we already need a fan page to do this program, or are you going to walk us through? So one of if you remember, the fast start is going to be the setting up your fan page and or optimizing it. So if you've got one you already have set up and you want to continue to use it, I'm going to show you how to optimize it. If you don't have one set up, or you just want to start fresh with this program, we'll show you how to set it up and then optimize it. So either way, Craig, you're good. Okay? Either way, you're good. June asks, can you do ads by city in the U.S.? Yes, in the U.S. you could do city or zip code. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And very, very effective.
I like it. If anybody has any questions, please type them in the question box. I'm on questions from a few minutes ago. There are a slew of questions.
Yeah,
the time is running out, guys, and the beta test will be closed by the time this webinar is over. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take some last-minute questions, but I wanted to congratulate a few people if I could. First, I want to congratulate Kathleen Cordes, congratulations on taking action. Also, Tommy Alphin, congrats on taking action. Terry, let's call her Terry, congrats on taking action. Here, this one's coming from Wayne. He says, once we have it set up and running, is there any ongoing monthly costs to have the landing pages active? And what we're going to do in Module 5 is we're going to help you create your personal marketing plan. So everybody's personal marketing plan will ultimately be different, but whatever the costs are to keep your campaigns running and keep you getting the leads and listings that you are looking for, we'll be able to specify that for you so that when you know exactly when it's done, what you can handle, and so long as that it works and you're getting the results. Carolyn is saying, I cannot put in my cart expiration on the website. If you'll notice, you will give out the support email address. You could actually, I'll send you an email when this is over. If you were on the page, I'll still offer the beta test pricing. Let's see. Greg says, would you go over again what is included in each of the modules? Yes, what we're going to do, Greg, in Module 1, or actually the first week, is we're going to have you create your Facebook fan page, which creates the foundation. In week 1, we're going to go over the Make Money Now system. Our goal with the Make Money Now system is that obviously you recoup your costs from the investment in the first week if possible, but then also put you in a position that you're profitable all throughout the training program. Week 2 is going to be the seller lead system, how to generate seller leads. Week 3 is buyer leads. And week 4 is going to be your personal marketing plan, how to create something that you have a marketing plan running consistent. And the next question is coming from Ida. Congratulations. I also want to congratulate, it looks like, Carol Munson. Congratulations on taking action. But Ida's asking, says, what will happen after the 3 weeks? Will we still get support? This is very important. And like I said, you know, this is about you, and this is about helping you achieve the goals that you set for yourself. If you still need help after the 3-week process is done, we are here more than happy to accommodate you. I offer anybody that I work with free email support to me personally because I just want to make sure that you get results. When you commit to us, we will commit to you, and when you participate in this class, you will get the results that you're looking for. That much is guaranteed. Terry says she's gone for 2 weeks of the class. Can she catch up? Absolutely. What we do with the videos is we send you the preparatory videos beforehand, but then also we also send you recordings of the classes themselves. And once you get the conceptual information behind how to do Facebook marketing down, it's actually relatively easy. So you'll have no problem catching up. But you have to go to takeactionfb.com in the next 5 minutes to secure your order before the beta test program closes. Sade is asking.
Oh, go ahead.
I actually just wanted to congratulate a few people. I wanted to congratulate June Dan. Congratulations on taking action. Also, Carol Munson. Congrats, Carol, on taking action. Carol's one of my oldest friends as far as webinars are concerned. Go ahead, Josh.
So I don't know if it's Sadie or Sade, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, sorry. But she says, I have no listings at all. How will this program help? I'm in Greater Vancouver area. This program will help you to get listings, A. It'll help you to get buyers, B. And it'll help you to get them quickly. So you do not have to have listing inventory to get results from this, okay? So don't let that stop you. Because this is, everybody starts somewhere, right? Like, you've got to get them somewhere. We're going to show you how to do that. And I won't say your area, but this will work like crazy where you're at. I know for sure because we've got clients that are having tremendous success there. So, that absolutely, we'll fix that for you is basically what is going to happen when you go ahead and get enrolled in the beta group. David, are there conversion systems, scripts, etc.? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to give you scripts. I'm going to give you sequences, campaigns, etc. And here, let me also say this. I view this as like a living, breathing course, meaning it's going to continue to evolve and improve. And by being a beta tester, you're going to get everything as it is evolved and improves, etc. You're going to have that advantage by being a beta tester. So yeah, absolutely, you're going to have everything. It's the whole kit and caboodle, David. We're not going to leave you hanging. We stand by the guarantee, and the only way we can make that is if we make sure that we take good care of everybody and do everything in our everything humanly possible on our end to give you everything that you need to succeed.
Congratulations, Pat Loya. Congrats, Malcolm Curtis, on taking action. Guys, we got 3 minutes left. Go to takeactionfb.com to align yourself with Josh and myself personally to get your Facebook marketing campaign set up, active, and converting the results that you're looking for. I wanted to let everyone know, myself personally, I network and mastermind with agents all over the country. Some agents closing hundreds of transactions per month, and other agents closing one transaction every other month. And the one common trait that I've found amongst all successful agents is that they are not good at making excuses. They see what needs to get done, they go out and they do it. In this scenario, Josh is the person that you're looking for. I can attribute 80 to 90% of any success I've had in my business through networking and masterminding with people that are going the place that I want to go, or at least heading in that direction. And in this scenario, Josh is that person. The reason why I brought Josh on to this call right now is because I consider him to be the foremost expert authority in the United States pertaining to lead generation. Whenever I call Josh up, I'm very cautious as to the words I use to speak with him, because I feel so privileged as to whatever he has to say to me. I ask him only certain questions because it is like the Wizard of Oz is speaking as far as lead generation is concerned. And one thing that I have found through attempting to do this through trial and error is expensive, it's frustrating, and it's time consuming. So what I learned early on is rather than being frustrated and rather than wasting my time, why don't I just find someone that's an expert at it, call them and ask them how to do that. I was at a party one time. This is a complete side note, but it's mind frame, and that's what Josh talks about. I was at a party. This is actually pertaining to Facebook, and I was talking to somebody who runs a Facebook marketing company. And, I'm bragging. I said, hey, did your company gross over $1 million last year? And this is a young guy. He's younger than me. I'm 32 years old. He's younger than me, 25, 26 maybe. Says, your company gross over $1 million? He said, yes. I said, how much did you gross? He said, $3.6 million. Huh, interesting. And then I leaned forward and I asked him, I said, how much did you net on that? And he looked at me square in the eye, 25-year-old kid. He looked at me and he said, I made $1 million. $1 million. Now here's the big question, the big thing, and this is what I want you to take away from this. The big question is, what did I ask him next? What he just told me he made $1 million. What did I ask him next? And this separates the struggling agent from the action taker agent. The one question that I asked him, and write this down, I asked him, how did you do that? How did you do that? Somebody just made $1 million. I say, how did you do that? Josh has generated probably hundreds of thousands at this point, but I can say definitely tens of thousands of real estate leads on an annual basis. And when I come in his contact, the only question that I have for Josh is, how did you do that? How did you do that, Josh? I want to make sure he can show you how to do it. He can always teach me new things as well. But guys, the time is running out. You have to go to takeactionfb.com. When this webinar is over, we will no longer be accepting beta test users. And I know that I still have a lot of questions. Everybody's asking questions. But honestly, go to Take Action FB, align yourself with Josh and myself personally, and if it's not a good fit for you, we'll give you your money back. You're going to get the results that you're looking for. I want to congratulate Tyra General, congrats on taking action. Also, Jimmy Stewart, congrats on taking action. Guys, we have a little bit over 1 minute left, and I see a lot of people still on the checkout page. I want to answer a question for my friend June. June says, what's the difference on Facebook with good real estate agent page marketing? I don't understand your question, June. So type it in the question box again. But I actually had a good one that I get quite a bit, and it came in relation to your personal fan page versus a business page. And before I used to say, hey, you can use your personal page if you want. What it comes down to with the paid advertising or with the Facebook ads is that you want to always use your fan page. And if for whatever reason you have an affinity to your name, like maybe your name has the same, like maybe Daniel Morris means Rolls Royce, or maybe Daniel Morris is the same as Jimmy Choo. When you hear Daniel Morris, like, hey man, it's time to take action. But if that's the case, you can just name your fan page your personal name. That's a possibility also. But Josh will go into more in-depth strategy pertaining to fan pages when we get together live, and we'll be able to get into it. Not really how to do it, but we're just going to get it done. Forget about all the how-to. Forget about how to do it. We're just going to get it done so that it's working and you're getting the results that you're looking for. But guys, it looks like we only have 1 minute left. I want to congratulate, looks like Brianna McNearing. Congratulations. Josh, do you have anything that you would like to say to my friends in closing?
Yeah, I just, well, first of all, congratulations to the massive amount of action takers on here. It's really cool for me and exciting for me to see the amount of people who are ready, willing, and able to take action, invest a little bit of money, a very small amount of money in the grand scheme of things for what your ROI is going to be. I mean, think about it. If we help you just get $1,000, $2,000 in commissions, that's a 10-to-1 ROI. You would take that any day of the week in any type of investment. I want to help you get a 10,000-to-1 ROI. I want to help you make an extra 6 figures in the next 12 months by doing, learning, doing this with us. And taking action, right? And so, I mean, if you look at it, I'm someone who has spent, over the years, I have spent well into 6 figures on training and coaching and live workshops, etc. And I've always gotten an ROI, even if it's something that that maybe I knew already. Or just needed to be solidified, more concrete in my mind. I always get tons of value, but that's also because I take action on what I learn, and that's what we want for you guys here. We're gonna do this with you, and we're gonna do everything we can to force you, quote unquote, to twist your arm into doing it with us, right? We're gonna pull you along and make sure that you do this with us and that you get massive results. So takingactionfb.com, I'm really excited for you all, and I can't wait to dig in and get you all going and rocking and rolling.
Yes, and I wanted to let all of my friends know, if you asked questions from a few minutes ago, I apologize if I was not able to answer your question specifically. We just have a ton of agents on the call right now. Josh, I wanted to let you know how much it means to have you come and share your expertise with my community. You speak from a position of authority, and it really means a tremendous amount that you were able to come and invest your time here with us today and impart some of your wisdom on myself and my friends. And I wanted to let you know personally how much it means to me to have you be a member of my community. I hold my relationship with you in a very special place. I've been doing these weekly webinars now for going on over 3 years. That's something like 275 live webinar presentations, and some people with me on the call right now have been with me on every single one of those presentations, and I want to let you know that that means a tremendous amount to me. I hold my relationship with you in a very special place. Guys, the webinar is over. If you are on the order page, we will still give you the ability to take action in the beta test program.
Hey, William.
Yes.
I'm seeing some people that are having problems. Where can they email? So we make sure that we can hold a beta spot for them, so they're not. Yeah,
if anybody has any order problems, you can email us at support. You know what I think what we'll do is we're just going to leave we'll leave the website up until midnight tonight, so that if you have any problems taking your order, because I know that there's a few people on the page right now that's not going to work out for, we'll leave the page up till midnight tonight. What's going to happen is when the beta test is shut down, the link will no longer work. So you guys can go to takeactionfb.com, and then if you're having trouble placing your order, you can call me directly. My telephone number is area code 619-302-8144. And I'm also going to send out an email with Josh's free gift to everybody that stayed on till the end of the call. But I wanted to congratulate everybody so much. Thank you so much for taking action, investing in yourself. I can hardly wait for you to see the goals that you set for yourself. But it is important to remember one of the caveats behind being a beta tester is that when you get results, you have to report your results back to us so that we can use your success stories in the future. We are in this together. With that, I'm going to leave this slide up for the next 5 minutes so that you can go and place your order, go out, conquer the day, be bold, make things happen, take action.